just in time. We're discussing our final attack plans. The Imperial troops have fallen back inside the Jedi Temple. Darth Arho refuses to surrender. He knows it could take weeks before we break the Imperial defenses and reclaim the temple.
Fortunately, there is another way in. An underground escape tunnel built centuries ago.
We need you to infiltrate the temple through the escape tunnel while we engage the Imperials outside.
I understand perfectly.
Troops are massing now, along with all available Jedi.
I know the temple well. If you clear the way, I can lead a team of Jedi to capture key strategic locations, like the armory.
Without Master Boden's Jedi, our troops will suffer greater casualties. But it might be worth it to get your hands on the armory equipment.
Those weapons could swing this entire battle. Our troops understand that.
If the Jedi are going to help secure the temple, someone is going to have to engage Darth Arho's Sith followers on the battlefield.
Be careful, Jian. The Sith are unlike any enemy you have ever faced. You only have to distract them, not defeat them.
What about air support, Commander? The Sullustan pilots are itching for a chance to avenge Yet Jub.
I share their pain, but the temple houses many irreplaceable artifacts that are unlikely to survive a series of airstrikes.
It's your call. Your mission to infiltrate the temple will be a lot harder without air support.
I'm not looking to die just yet.
You heard the Jedi, Bradmer. Get those Sullustans in the air.
Copy that, Supreme Commander.
Here is the location of the escape tunnel into the Jedi Temple. Go there now. My people will follow once you've cleared the way.
I'll send you updates on the progress of the battle. Good luck.
Hello there, SWTOR. How's it going today? Pretty good. How about you? Yeah, I just started continuing my quests again. This one has me on the planet Illum right now. What kind of tool did you get?
Yes, more exploring.
Yeah, I'm continuing all my class stories only right now. This is kind of like an interlude after Act 3, and this, then I'll be heading to McKeb most likely. I might skip the Hut Cartel stuff because I'm almost level 55. I might go straight to the Shadow of Revan stuff. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, I'm kind of in the add-on area right now, actually. The class stories finished at Act 3. I think you were a part of that, I believe, sometime yesterday morning, and you saw me finish up Act 3.
No one hurts my friend.
Nice. It was a pretty epic ending. Did you like the ending? It was a pretty sweet ending. At least for the Act 3 story. You can get different color crystals, you know, from looting them. There's some on the cartel market you can get through like packs and stuff. Obviously, Galactic Trade Network, you know, where other players are selling them. And once you have it for good, so you don't have to like rebuy it or anything. Like, let me take you to my collection that I have here. So it says I have 21% of all color crystals right now. So, and then you'll see, you know, once you've collected it, it says you can transfer this item to your inventory. You can do that on all characters, which is really cool, even if it's a gun character. And you want to put that crystal in there. Like this one right here gives a stat of 41 expertise rating, which is good for PvP. And, you know, put that into a blaster rifle, you're shooting orange or yellow lasers and stuff, you know. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with the crystals, too. I like that, so like once you have it once, you don't have to re-buy it, you have it forever. And as many copies as you want. The boost is going to last all the way until October 19th, and that's when the early access begins for the new expansion. I almost 100% positive on that.
Sith are inflicting heavy casualties on the Angry regiments, but SWTOR refuses to fall back.
I might do the Jedi Knight story because I've never done it before. Even though I got all the buffs, I think I would level another guy for like the story. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying this guy a lot. Shadow, that is. So I might keep playing this guy for a while. I haven't really decided. I definitely want to play a Saber style character for the new expansion, so that's why I might just stick with this guy. But I wouldn't mind doing the Jedi Knight for the story, for sure. This guy has a lot of rare stuff too, collections that I don't have on the other guys. Like mounts and color crystals. Oh, not color crystals, you can get that on everybody, but just different armor pieces and stuff that I can't get on other characters. And I like this guy's name too.
Imperials are in full retreat. Republic troops are storming the temple. We have to find Darth Arho before he escapes.
One cool thing about this class that I really like a lot is if I choose, and this is probably why I might not play the Jedi Knight end game, is because this class has a tank spec, and if I really did want to be more tanky and build more armor, even though I have light armor, you know, the kinetic combat can do that for me. So I think there's a lot of different things I could do with this class, which I like. And my companion, Nadia, is a fucking badass. That's always a perk. I actually have a little Padawan now. Or apprentice, whatever you want to call her. You know, for the most part, the story has the original story that for all 8 classes, when the game first came out, basically it had 3 different parts: Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And I am done with Act 3 on this guy, but there's been digital expansions since then. Like the Hutt Cartel came out, the Galactic Starfighter, and each one of those kind of brought out more story, I guess. It's not really a class story, but there's a lot of interaction, a lot of voice acting, dark side, light side choices. You know, there's still a pretty good story. And then when Shadow of Revan came out for the 55 to 60 area, there definitely is a huge new Revan story there. So there's a lot of different story even after you're done with your class story that you know, that's going to be a little bit different for you depending on which class you pick too. And then the new expansion comes out next month, and there's going to be new stories. And one cool thing about the new expansion is that they're going to revisit all the class stories that have been out, and they're going to make them longer, and they're going to make them some of the voice acting and different things make the decisions a lot cooler too. So they actually are going to change up some of the original story stuff too, which should be pretty neat.
should have known they'd send a Jedi to retake the temple. You may have won the battle for Illum, but the war is far from over. Even if you defeat the Empire 1,000 times, we will always rise again.
Sorry. The Empire's going to have to rise up without you the next time.
Your death will be an inspiration to all who serve the Empire.
Damn, that dude was tough. How long does it take all in all? Well, if you're pretty good at the game and you know what you're doing, you can pick the right companion. I mean, you can go through Act 1, 2, and 3 right now under 24 hours for sure. Maybe even faster. Because if you're a subscriber, obviously you get that extra boost. So it's pretty fast right now. Definitely a good time to do the story. Oh, dude, it's all good. You don't have to be sorry for that. Feel free to ask as many questions as you want. That's why I'm here. Always available to help. Nice, it's got an upgrade for my companion just from looting. It's very rare. I mean, if you got the money to buy a 60 and you hate leveling, more power to you. But in this game, leveling is so freaking fun and easy that it would really take away a lot from this game. And I think the best part about leveling in games like this is that you learn a lot about your class along the way. You know, but if you've played that class before, or if you just absolutely need to hurry up and get to that level again to play with your friends, then I would understand it. It'd be kind of situational, you know? I think skill-wise, it would benefit you more to level that class if you plan to, you know, play it.
I'm with you. I'd like to do the next one too.
don't know if you noticed, but I changed up my interface a lot since yesterday. Cleaned it up a little bit. A lot more organized.
You are wise to seek further enlightenment. May the Force be with you.
Yeah, it's all good. Everyone's different. Oh yeah, definitely combat ready. Still a work in progress. Trying to decide what moves I want to keep up on the bars and which ones I don't, but there's so many different things in this game now that it's almost worth just putting them all on the bar and keybinding them all. Some things are situational. I'm not going to use them all the time, but it's good to have them there when you want to.
Exploring.
Victory is ours. All Imperials on Illum have surrendered. But success was costly.
I guess the Angri aren't really warriors.
Everyone just calm down. We've been through a lot, but we can't turn against each other.
Commander Rands is right. We must set aside emotion and take rational stock of where we are. Many soldiers were lost, and many artifacts in the temple were destroyed during the Sullustan bombing runs.
Commander, you read me? Just picked up a transmission from Darth Malgus.
Malgus is dangerous. With Darth Arho out of the picture, it won't be long before he starts looking for a new enemy.
Sounds like his search is over. You better take a listen. I intercepted this message as it was being broadcast across all standard Imperial communications channels.
Fellow Sith, citizens
Yeah, sure.
of the Empire.
Just 1 second
The
here.
strength of the Empire has been beholden to the infighting of the Dark Council and the disappearance of an apathetic Emperor. Sith, children of Sith, and warriors everywhere, I declare a new Empire, open to all who long for conquest, freedom from inhibition, and the right to follow their passions.
I suspected he'd betray us, but this is something else.
The Dark Council is dissolved. Those who will join Darth Seraphim in supporting me, cast aside your titles and let me lead you to victory. Those who will not, prepare to face our stealth armada. The Emperor is gone. His station and power are mine. We will conquer the galaxy while the Emperor sleeps.
Did you really believe Malgus was on our side? I'd hate to think the Supreme Commander was that gullible.
It's not like we had a choice. Malgus had information we needed to stop Darth Arho. I'd hoped that would buy us a few years of peace.
We're getting chatter from the Imperial comms. Malgus has the stealth technology, the fleet, and the Emperor's space station.
I know I've asked too much of you already, but we have to take Darth Malgus out. And soon.
In case you forgot, I just defeated Darth Arho and saved Illum. I could use a little downtime to recover.
Time is of the essence. Malgus is gaining support. We have to strike before he can fortify his position. I must confer with our top military minds. Equip yourself for battle, then hurry to join our meeting. The fate of the galaxy is at stake.
Okay. Just wanted to hear that out real quick. Level 55. Okay. Can I explain a rotation in this game? I would love to. What is that shit around your mouth? It's Darth Malak's jaw casing. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know, just me. It changes your voice a little bit. I wanted to sound a little evil. A little cybernetic, I guess. So I put that on. Basically, with rotations, it really depends on the class. I can explain you mine right now because I've been playing mine a lot. The other ones that I haven't played in a while, I wouldn't recommend explaining to you much because they've changed a lot. But with this one, I could break it down for you. With this class, I went the Serenity build. This is the Jedi Shadow Serenity build. So I'll break that down for you. But along the way of your discipline path, pretty much you want to pick, as many moves as you can that's going to benefit what rotation you're doing. So the two main moves in this build starting out is Force and Balance and Serenity Strike. You get it pretty early levels. What these moves do is it siphons life from the enemy and deals damage to them, and heals you for 50% of the amount for that one and 10% for this one. The Force and Balance is pretty much the starter because it's an AoE and it hits everything around you. And when it does, talented with your Force Suppression here, it makes it to where it's going to be like a debuff basically on your enemies for 30 seconds. So the next 15 periodic damaging abilities from my character. Sorry, my daughter was calling me. The next periodic damage moves you want to put on there right away within that 30-second tier. I think you'll be able to put on at least 2 of your main dots within the 30-second window while the damage is increased, so you want to take advantage of that. And the damage moves are Force Breach and Severe Force. So you want to keep those up as much as possible, and they both last 18 seconds. And based off of the the talents, the passive stance you're in, all that damage is increased, so to speak. So you want to keep that rotation in there. Start out, with the Force of Balance, put up Severe Force, Force Breach, and then in between those dots being on, you can kind of mix it up. You can throw in a project. If you're kiting someone, you want to try to use your range moves, so I would use telekinetic throw or project. If someone's in your face, and obviously you got to defend yourself, you're going to want to throw up a double strike because it hits pretty hard. If you need force, you want to use Saber Strike to build up some force because that will bring your force back up, and it doesn't cost force, obviously. So those are good filler moves right there. And the Serenity Strike is up every 11.8 seconds for me right now, so that's also a good filler while the dots are up. So between that, you're stunning people. If you need to interrupt them, you can throw in some Force Slow if they're trying to run away from you. Mind Snap will be an interrupt from 10 range. 10 meters. So that's kind of like a ranged interrupt. And with this spec, I actually have 2 stuns. I have Spinning Kick and Force Stun, which is pretty nice. The Spinning Kick takes a lot of force. You want to make sure you have enough for that. Other than that, Force Wave is a nice little AoE knockback, which also interrupts. But besides that, man, that's pretty much my rotations there with that. I also forgot about Mind Crush. Right now it's Mind Crush, but it's going to turn into, at level 57, Vanquish. That's another kinetic damage overtime you want to keep up in your rotations. And it doesn't really matter too much which dots go first. It's just you want to keep those 3 dots up as much as possible. And one of these dots only lasts 6 seconds, so, you know, it takes some getting used to. If you don't want to just dive into PvP with them, there's you can actually get combat dummies and on your ship, which you can play around with, which really helped me out a lot. So it's definitely worth the credits or cartel coins, whatever you end up using for it. So there you go, man. If you have any questions about that, just let me know. I hope I didn't go too fast. Oh yeah. Anytime, man.
A Jedi seeks to improve himself through study. May the Force be with you.
That's all I needed to hear.
Alright. Yeah. Guess it's time to go back to my ship for now. Pretty much done here. Welcome back, welcome back. Alright. I'm gonna continue the interlude of Chapter 4, Rise of the Hutt Cartel. That's gonna be next. I'll be getting it rolling here in just a second. Just updating my stream real quick. Yep, that's part of the social aspect. Pretty much this game, like most MMOs should, how it supports being social with people. You can actually raise a social bar right there, and with that social bar you can get special in-game rewards and stuff like that, like whether it's item graphics or whatnot. As well, you can also pretty much, like, let's say you and a bud are on the same quest. If you guys go and talk to the NPC at the same time, which it'll give you like an opportunity if you're in a group. Obviously, you have to be in a group to do it. It'll give your friend or you the opportunity to be in a conversation with each other, and it happens a lot during like flashpoints, which is another word of saying dungeons instances. You raise social points, and you guys actually roll on who gets to talk in the cinematic, which is pretty cool. And let's say you're dark side, but your friend's light side. Whoever wins that roll gets to actually see what happens in that zone. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of different aspects there.